It's the beating heart of London. So begins a friendly, expensively made YouTube video by Ossian Productions called Parking in Westminster. But I'd like to look at parking in Westminster from the perspective of the real experience of a real motorist. In the notes accompanying this video, I've included a letter of appeal that I sent to Westminster at the beginning of 2006 relating to a parking ticket that was handed to me when I parked in an unmarked bay, walked down to the nearest visible regulations sign and walked back. I invite you to read the letter at your leisure. The ticket was so unjustified that a second parking warden present on the scene told me that I should appeal my ticket and that he would personally support my appeal. But my appeal was rejected with a simple explanation that, quotes, the signing of the bay is within regulations, end quotes. So let's now look at the official government regulations. Inside parking bays, there should be enough signs informing motorists of the regulations. Within a bay, there should be one sign every 30 metres and a sign 5 metres from each end. Now let's go to the scene of the supposed offence. I apologise for the jerkiness of the following footage, but it was taken in a single hurried walk down the parking bay. My name is Brian Sachs and I'm taking this movie in Exhibition Road at the beginning point of a parking designated area which we can see here. I'm going to look up and see what the sign is. I'll zoom in on the sign. And it's simply a sign about night survey. So let's start walking down the road to see where the first actual sign indicating the what the nature of the parking area is. And I'll start walking down now, taking down paces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, no sign whatsoever so far, well past the government regulations, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81. And finally, after 81 footsteps, good length strides, we see a sign that it's diplomatic cars only after approximately 80 metres. So if one parks at the top and walks down to get an indication and then walks back, one will have walked at least 150 metres, taking 2 minutes at least at a good strong pace. Within 2 minutes one has of course left one's car locked, one arrives back and one finds that one has a parking ticket. Westminster Council claim that the signing is within regulations. Clearly it is not. That supposed offence was in 2006, but let's look at Westminster Parking Administration now. In 2008, through the power of YouTube, I re-appealed. I made an 8-minute video detailing the story and notified the local councillors who passed it on to the parking services team. The obviously customer-focused policy and compliance manager wrote to his technical officer, quotes, "Not sure if you can access YouTube, but this one is definitely for you. Try not to fall asleep when you watch it." And the said technical officer replied to me, helpfully including this correspondence from his manager. Then I lodged an appeal online on the 14th of August. The online system told me that I should receive a response within 2 weeks. So when 2 weeks had come and gone, I rang the council. I was told that I should hear very shortly. So I called again after 3 weeks. I was told I should hear very shortly. So I rang again after 4 weeks, and the officer told me that yes, this was unacceptable, and he would personally approve my appeal. I duly received a letter, dated 16th of September, confirming that my appeal was accepted, and that £50 would be refunded to me by cheque. The letter gave a telephone number to contact the council if I hadn't received the cheque within 28 days. After 28 days had come and gone, I rang the council. I was told that actually I'd receive my cheque after another 2 or 3 weeks, in the first week of November. Well, Indian summer turned into chilly autumn, and I received my computer-generated cheque in the first week of November, except that my cheque was made out to a Mr. Sacks, spelt S-A-C-K-Z, a final Z that my name has never possessed, and which was never present on any other document I received from Westminster. My bank told me they couldn't accept the cheque. I rang up my friendly policy and compliance manager, you know, the customer focused one, and he promised to get a new cheque made out with the correct spelling of my name, and sure enough, within 3 days I'd received a replacement handwritten cheque made out again to the non-existent Mr. S-A-C-K-Z. Well, like all good soap operas, this one looks set to run and run, but even though it hasn't yet ended, I do have a suggestion for Westminster as to how you can improve your parking administration even further, about how you can engender an even greater sense of responsibility in your staff. And my suggestion is, why not apply to yourselves the policy that you apply to your customers? You fine your customers £100 if they stop for 2 or 3 minutes. So fine your own staff £100 if they miss a deadline by, shall we say, 2 or 3 weeks. You fine your customers £100 for every mistake. So fine your own staff £100 for every mistake they make. But of course, cut that to £50 if they pay within 14 days.